This is a review of the Fuji XF 18mm f2 and a message to all photographers. Recently I bought a second-hand copy of this lens. Now, according to reviewers, this is a really bad lens. It supposedly has terrible sharpness issues, very bad chromatic aberrations and barrel distortion, and on top of it all, the autofocus is so loud you can't use it for video. Now, why did I buy the 18mm f2? The reason is simple, it suits my needs. I already had the 35mm f2 and I wanted to have something that was wider and a lot smaller, so I could take it with me anywhere I go. I also wanted to have something that was good for low light, because I want to do high-speed video and photography. The 18mm has it all. It's fairly wide, it has a pancake design which allows me to take it anywhere, and it's also quite bright at f2. This means it's for me the perfect travel lens, and that's why I bought it. When I first had the lens, I was anxious to test it, because I didn't know if I made the good decision to go for this lens. So I did something I'd never done before. I shot brick walls. Now let's pull up the photos. On the left is the 18mm f2, on the right it's the 35mm f2. The 35mm is known as a really sharp lens and is therefore very popular. If we compare the photos shot at f2, you can see the 35mm is a bit sharper. However, when taking into account that this lens is a lot tighter than the 18mm, the difference is not huge. Now, when we look at the corners, you can see the 18mm is actually quite sharp, while the 35mm f2 is quite unsharp. Does this make the 35mm a bad lens? In my opinion, no, it's only in the extreme corners, and in real life it's a non-issue. We can also see chromatic aberrations on the 18mm, but when we zoom out, this is not too dramatic. I also shot at f5.6. At this aperture you can see both lenses are really sharp and the chromatic aberrations on the 18mm are gone. When we look at this photo I shot from my window, you can see there is some barrel distortion. Again, in real life this is mostly a non-issue, unless you're an architectural photographer, in which case I would recommend you get some other lens. Now, what does all of this mean? To me, it means we have to stop looking at sharpness charts and start searching for the right kit that helps us tell our story. It doesn't matter if you shoot Fuji or Sony or Canon or any other brand. What matters is your story and how you tell it. Find the camera and lens that suit your style and your budget, and don't worry too much about the image quality. Any modern camera system will perform well if you set it up right. To demonstrate this point, here are some photos that I took when I was in the Alps a couple of years ago. They're all shot and edited on a lower mid-range smartphone. At the time, this was the best camera I had at my disposal. The photos that you see here are, in my opinion, my best work. Yes, they lack the higher resolving power of my new Fuji camera, but ultimately, no one cares about the technical quality of a photo. It's all about what's in the frame and what's not in the frame. In short, stop staring at sharpness charts and start trying to find the kit that suits your need. And then it's time to go out and shoot.